The trial of former presidential candidate John Edwards, because today it took a whole new turn. And watching it, the jury, 9 men, 7 women, including the alternates. Also back in the courtroom today, ABC's Bob Woodruff, who starts us off again tonight.
Outside the court, a moment of Southern hospitality.
Good afternoon. You all have a nice weekend.
But inside, it was a bruising day. Andrew Young, the star witness against John Edwards, saying he feared for his life when he and Edwards were alone on a deserted country road, their scheme to hide Edwards' affair unraveling. Young stating, "At one point I was scared for my life. Did you think John Edwards was going to shoot you?" asked the lawyer. "Not personally," Young replied. Edwards' lawyer continued, "You thought there was a gunman in the woods that was going to come and shoot you?" Young said, "That did cross my mind. I was up against 2 billionaires and a multimillionaire." Those billionaires, Young testified, bankrolled the cover-up of John Edwards' affair with Rielle Hunter to the tune of $1.2 million. Edwards' defense worked tirelessly to discredit Young, trying to prove he isn't to be believed, that he spent most of the money on himself. And today, Young admitted he did, for a family dream home, even vacations. Young explaining, "I was just dismissed from the campaign and we took a break." He continued, "My family was under extreme stress from what Mr. Edwards asked me to do." Edwards' defense lawyers questioned Young about holding on to a sex tape, proving the Edwards affair. The lawyer asking, "You also told Mr. Edwards you had a private videotape of Miss Hunter's." The prosecution jumped in and objected. The judge said she would rule on whether the tape can even be discussed in the court. Young wrote in his memoir that anyone looking in from the outside would conclude that I must have been a cold-blooded schemer, motivated by ego, greed, or the desire for power. Today, Edwards' lawyer point-blank asked him, "Isn't that exactly what you are?" Young answered, "No."
Now the defense has been able to poke so many holes in Andrew Young's testimony, the prosecutors have to go back and try and fill those holes with other witnesses who can back him up.
Now, Rielle Hunter will be a witness in this case. We don't know exactly when that's going to happen, Diane, but we do know, talking to an expert prosecutor today, that it is possible that the government lawyers, may actually call her as their last witness so they can end this for themselves with her telling about all these dirty details. Diane?
All right, Bob, thanks. And as we know, a lot of analysts do not think John Edwards will be taking the stand, but we will see.